Hey everybody, Dr. Diane, Lyme and mold expert here. We're going to talk about DHEA and its utility with Lyme and mold. So DHEA is basically a steroid hormone. It is made from cholesterol, and essentially DHEA is a precursor to things like estrogen and testosterone. So it has that building muscle nature, right? So DHEA really is potent for that. Now, we want to think about Lyme and mold. So as I talk about in other videos, we always have two different ways of looking at Lyme and mold and what's happening. One is infections and toxins and needing to actually get to the root cause of eradicating those things. So that means detoxing, that means killing, for example. But the other thing is more of the damage that is done to the body from these things. So it's very frequent that we have thyroid dysfunction, adrenal dysfunction, and more when we have Lyme and mold. So oftentimes I start people with building their body up because I find that when we build the body up and make it stronger initially, we typically get less die-off. One of the amazing nutrients that really works well for building the body up is DHEA. So I recommend you get your DHEA tested, and I recommend you test it in its sulfate form, which is called DHEAS. It's a standard blood panel. You can also find information about how to order that direct to consumer in the show notes under lab testing. DHEA is in the adrenal hormone panel. And essentially what you're looking for as a woman, you generally want values around 200 to 300, men 300 to 400. So that's when people feel the best. It's also really interesting to note that there's studies that are linking DHEA being low with the aging process. And it's very common in my Lyme and mold population that I will find people in the 30s and 40s and 50s with DHEA. When, like I said, for whether you're a female or a male, you want your levels much higher when it comes to treating this. So I would strongly recommend getting DHEA tested. Oftentimes I find that what happens when I use this with Lyme and mold people is that it gives them a little bit of a boost, right? So we're helping the body to have more energy to do the hard work. And when it comes to Lyme and comes to mold, a lot of the treatments are hard on the body, right? They're energetically expensive. They use nutrients. They can be very fatiguing, and we try to minimize that. But when you don't feel well, the more we can build your body up, we can give it reserves, we can make it stronger, the better treatment I tend to see go. So definitely look at getting those tested, again, following the reference ranges I mentioned in this video to make sure that you're truly in an optimal range. Remember that optimal ranges are different than lab ranges. We really want to make sure that you're in optimal range here. So that's it for now. I hope this has been helpful information. Please do subscribe to the channel. Remember, you can always join my DIY Lyme and mold program to get tons more information, self-guided treatment strategy and education to help you get well. So you can find that in the show notes below. Thanks again. I'll see you in another video.